You've probably seen videos or read articles about retirement spending guardrails. They usually talk about the concept in broad strokes, what a guardrail is, why it matters, but most of them stop right there. They don't go into the how part, the part that actually matters if you want to make it work for your own life. And that's exactly what I want to focus on today. In this video, I'm going to take you step by step through a practical approach to setting your own retirement guardrails. I'll show you how to define the ranges that keep your spending in check while still allowing you to enjoy life, tailored to your comfort level and your personal goals. This is the approach I developed for myself. I dug into the research, analyzed the methods used by software tools, and built a system that's flexible, easy to use, and something you can implement on your own. Think of it as a DIY version of what professionals use, but simplified and fully customizable for your situation. Hi, I'm Melody. I retired last year from a career in tech. I started this channel to share what I've learned and to give back to the retirement community. Be aware that I'm not a financial professional. I'm simply sharing what works for me. If you like this content, it would mean a lot to me if you could like and subscribe to my channel. I'm just starting out on YouTube, and I would love it if I could share this information with more people. So what exactly are retirement spending guardrails? Think of them like a traffic system for your retirement money. They tell you when it's safe to spend a bit more and when you need to pull back. Some of the common approaches are Guyton Klinger withdrawal strategy, the Vanguard retirement spending guardrails, and risk-based guardrails, which are sometimes called probability-based guardrails. The really nice thing about guardrails is they give you a sense of freedom with your money. They let you enjoy more of the money you've saved without the constant stress of wondering if you're spending too much or too little. You can really lean into the fun parts of retirement, travel, hobbies, time with family, without feeling guilty or worried that you're derailing your plan. At the same time, they act as a safety net during rough patches, like when the markets take a dip. Instead of panicking or making hasty changes, you have a clear, simple system to guide your decisions. It's like having a trusted co-pilot for your finances. You know when it's okay to relax a little and when it's smart to pull back. You're not guessing constantly or adjusting. You're following a thoughtful, steady approach that keeps your retirement on track, no matter what's happening in the markets. For my own retirement, I have settled on risk-based guardrails. What I'm sharing today is what I have learned to do for myself by reading the white papers and observing software packages that do this for you. You can do the same for yourself in just a few steps. The best part, you can customize everything to match your own risk tolerance and lifestyle. And for the Bolden users out there, I know that Bolden has recently added spending guardrails. Unfortunately, those are set to specific probability of success percentages that cannot be changed to match personal preference. So I preferred to come up with my own solution where I could have more control. Before diving in, you need a retirement model that you're comfortable with and gives you a Monte Carlo probability of success percentage. One caveat here. Some modeling software does not include your planned legacy to your heirs in the probability of success number. You'll want to double check that your probability number does include this. In particular for Bolden, if you want to include a legacy goal, do not use the number on the main dashboard. Instead, click into the probability of success section, and in the details, it will give you both the probability of success for not running out of money entirely, plus the probability of success for meeting your legacy goal. I suggest that you use the second number, which will be a bit lower, and that will give you the best results for your goals. To set your guardrails, you'll need to pick 5 key numbers. 1, your starting target. 2, your upper guardrail. 3, upper guardrail adjustment target, and that's where you'll bring spending back is if you hit the upper guardrail. 4, lower guardrail. And 5, lower guardrail adjustment target, where you bring spending back if you hit the lower guardrail. I'll show you how I do it. First, the starting probability of success target is your cruising altitude. It's the number that you start this process with. The most common starting point is 80%. I personally have chosen a more conservative 90%. You choose the number that is most comfortable for you. You may need to adjust the spending in your model to hit your target number. Then there's the upper guardrail. At this point, things are looking great, and you may want to adjust your spending upwards. This number should be between your starting target and 99%. I have chosen to use 97%. Next is your upper guardrail adjustment. If you hit the upper guardrail, increase your spending in your model to get back down to this number. I've chosen to use 93%. Then there's the lower guardrail. At this point, this typically means that markets are stressed, but it does not mean that your plan is broken. This is the attention zone, where you need to make an adjustment to ensure your plan longevity. I've chosen to use 75%. Many people are comfortable with a number that's lower than that. And then lastly, there's the lower guardrail adjustment. If you hit the lower guardrail, reduce spending partway to this target. I've chosen to use 80%. You may choose any number between your lower guardrail and your starting target. The rule to follow is that whenever a guardrail is hit, you adjust partway back towards your target, not all the way. That is why you have the upper and lower guardrails adjustment percentages. Think of it like gently steering a car rather than slamming on the brakes. In your retirement model, there were probably several different types of spending. For example, I have regular monthly spending, a travel amount layered on top of that, and a set of one-time expenditures. Using this approach, you get to choose exactly where in your plan you wish to adjust. You may cut back on travel. You may postpone or cancel a one-time expense like home remodeling, or you can adjust your regular monthly spending amount, or even some combination of these. I make small adjustments, like reducing or increasing my monthly spending $100 at a time. I check my probability of success after each adjustment until I hit the adjustment guardrails target. For example, if your lower guardrail is 60%, your lower guardrail adjustment target is 65%, and your monthly spending is $5,000, and you find that you've gone below your lower guardrail and now have a 59% probability of success. You can then adjust your plan by changing your monthly spending to $4,900, and then $4,800, and then $4,700, and so on, checking your probability of success number at each step. You'll do this until your probability of success hits 65%, and then you stop. At this point, you know your new spending limits. It takes a few minutes of updating, then checking, then updating and checking again, but I really like the fine control that this approach gives me. This is not something that should be done all the time. I check my guardrails once every 6 months. I have an appointment with myself on my calendar to update my retirement plan, check guardrails, and make any spending adjustment in spring and fall. This gives me better income predictability and is less stressful than checking it more frequently. You may also choose to do this once a year. I would definitely not do this more than once per quarter. The beauty of this method is it puts you in control. You can enjoy life, stay aligned with your plan, and avoid overreacting to market swings, all with just a few simple numbers and a clear system. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.